step 5 gain, we're gonna go ahead and add a noise gate and a de-esser. Again, I am using probably waves for these two, but I do have free options that pretty much do the exact same thing. It's just more comfortable for me. I'm a waves guy, and I'm gonna look for a gate. And what a gate is, guys, is it's only gonna allow a certain volume level through. Just watch me fine tune this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and play something.
Dream I got the stars aligning. Riding on this wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city where the
Then if I go too far, watch how it starts cutting off the vocal.
dream I got it, wait, flame up, keep that fire, never stop.
And what you want to be looking for is, well, it's different for every gate, but a lot of them are the same. But just watch right here. You can kind of see what's going on right here.
Dream I got the stars aligning.
So I'm gonna lower that a little bit.
Dream I got the stars aligning. Riding on this wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city where the lights stay blue.
Cool. After we got that gate, like I said, we're gonna do a de-esser. Again, there's tons of free de-essers. I found some of my favorites. So far as all of these plugins, the free alternatives, I went through and I found some good ones for you guys. The ones that really hit close to the waves. And like I said, it's gonna be down below. But for me, I'm gonna hit that waves de-ess. You wanna make sure the de-esser is not killing your voice. You don't want to be drowning out your voice. The max you want is about -6. So I'm gonna be just watch me fine tune it real quick. So I only want it to be hitting those S sounds. Okay, it's starting to work. About -6. Let's get it there. Bet. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to step 6, guys. In step 6, we're going to be compressing the vocal. But first, we're going to hit it with that Waves CLA76. Now, guys, don't trip. Like I've been telling you, there is an awesome Waves CL76 clone. It's free. It's a free plugin. And so if you do not have Waves, you're going to get that Waves CLA76 clone absolutely for free down below with all the other plugins. So CLA76 will be first. So let's go ahead and add that. Settings. Look.
Travis Scott Vocal Preset Collection Bundle for FL Studio. Industry quality vocals has never been easier. Including 16 background vocal presets and 8 FL Studio project files pre-mixed and ready to go using stock plugins or Waves plugins with an easy setup. Download today and sound like a pro.
Look, what you want to do is go ahead and for your attack, we want a good rap vocal. So something medium fast, maybe about 3 to 5. So we'll go to this tag, put about either 3 to 5. The slower it is, the more punchy it is going to be. Going on to the release, we're going to go ahead and hit it with the 5 to 7, which is kind of fast. Rap vocals often need fast releases to have that energy and that punch, and quicker releases will allow the vocal to breathe and feel more, I guess, dynamic. So we're going to hit it with that 5 to 7 release. So let's do that. For the ratio, probably you want to do it like a 4 or an 8. Just depends on how aggressive you're wanting it. I'm gonna do 8. For the gain reduction, we only want to be going to about -3 to 6, and it can go slightly over, but that's what we're aiming for. And so look at this meter right here. Yeah, we want to make sure that it's only going past maybe the 5 every now and then. So press play. Sounds good, looks good. So what you don't want it to be doing, you definitely don't want to do it in this. We're gonna add another compressor, and for this one, it's gonna be the CLA 2A, and don't worry. There's another clone that's absolutely free and it sounds really good. So that's gonna be down below with all the other ones. So we're aiming for about 2 to 4 dB max of gain reduction. So what that means is basically you don't want that going past, you don't want that hitting the 5. You want that sitting about 3. So the gain's already turned up. I'm gonna lower that a little bit. And I'm gonna push on this peak reduction. I'm gonna just push it up a little bit. I think for step 7, because that's what we're going into, is gonna be more of tone shaping. So I like to throw another de-esser, and it's a little weird. You don't have to do it. I like to do it. So I'm gonna throw me a de-esser on there. And on this de-esser, it's gonna be doing something different. I'm gonna, let's see, select, go to de-esser. And on this one, I'm really mostly focusing on them high frequency sounds. So like I'm gonna be going to tame or kill those ear piercing sounds in the high end, around 9,000 is where it starts to get like that. So about 9.6, 9.7. And well, you can see it. Believe it or not, Sound Goodizer is pretty dope. I like the A option. I don't know if y'all ever mess with it, but man, Sound Goodizer, sometimes it just be hidden. I got the A, and we do not need to pump it up that far. Like that's crazy. So I'm just gonna be hitting it like maybe a quarter, not even. And yeah, that's what I'm working with. Let's go ahead and go on to step 8. So on the channel, next to your vocal channel, go ahead and name that sucker vocal drip, because we better get drippy. Vocal drip, player. Bink. Yeah. Watch what I do, all right? First, very first, we're gonna go ahead and click the vocal channel, our regular vocal channel, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the arrow under vocal drip. Let me zoom in for you guys. Make sure we're clicked on our vocal channel. Now we're gonna go to vocal drip, don't press nothing, and then press this arrow right here. Turn that up a little bit. But importantly, right after you press that, go all the way to the left, this one down. So what it should look like, let me zoom out, is press on your vocal channel. Mine's green. Now there should be nothing right here because you turned it down. And then there should be something right here because you turned it up. We're gonna go ahead and go into step 9, which is messing with that vocal drip. So first, let's get that EQ going and get a little surgical. So press vocal drip, open your EQ, parametric EQ2, and now we up in here, we're gonna get surgical, okay? So what that means is we're gonna turn all these BW knobs, you see these? Turn all these suckers down, besides the blue one. So you can leave that about like halfway or whatever. But yeah, turn all these down, boom. And on that blue one, let's go ahead and give that about like a 6K boost. You know what I'm saying? So next, what I'm gonna do again is, because I don't want to be boosting too much of these these high frequencies, is I'm gonna go to about the 11, maybe 12 and 13. Let's say 13. I'm going to pull that up. It's way too boosted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hit this BW knob right there where we're at. You see this one that we're messing with on that 13,000 hertz where it sounded way too, ugh, that does not sound good. Pull that down about, man, let's pull that down about 3.5. You can go more if you want. But importantly, we want to pull down on this BW knob, the one we turned all the way down. Just slightly pull it up.
Dream I got the stars aligning.
I think we could turn that down a little bit too. Depends, and this might be a little bit different for you.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave.
But yeah, now we're gonna get surgical with a couple of frequencies.
Dream I got the stars aligning.
Let's go ahead and turn this heat map on and turn linear phase on. Makes it higher quality. Do that heat map. Enabled.
The lights stay. Dream I got the stars aligning.
That's a little ugly. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. I'm talking about like 3 dB, nothing crazy.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no
Ooh, that sounds bad. Pull that down. We're just cleaning it up.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding.
That's a little ear piercing. I'm gonna pull that down.
Dream I got.
Not only am I gonna pull that down, I'm gonna widen it up a little bit. So I'm gonna pull up on this BW just a little bit.
Dream I got the stars aligning.
So, and let's go ahead and listen to that before and after, just so you can kind of get a sense of what we're doing. So far, go ahead and you should be able to see these switches right here. I'm on the extra large view on my mixer, but there's these switches right here. And if you press those, it will turn all the effects off and on. So let's see what we've done so far. I'm gonna turn it on. And then while I'm playing, I'm gonna switch it off and on.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop. Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep.
I would go ahead and do another parametric EQ. Push your linear phase on, put your heat map on, and then remember that preset we saved earlier? Well, go ahead and load that up. Before you do anything, let's go ahead and turn some of these suckers down. So just put everything in 0, which is in the middle. Put everything pretty much in the middle. Focusing on removing sounds rather than adding sounds. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna remove some of these really, really high end sounds. So I'm going to like 16K. And I'm gonna pull down a little bit.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave.
And now I'm gonna be pushing up where we put everything in the 0. I'm gonna be pushing up on a couple, see if it sounds bad. If it does, I'll pull it down.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire.
That's not too bad. What about this one?
Dream I got the stars aligning.
Yeah, that can go down a little.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time.
That could go down just a little bit. What about this next one?
Dream I got the stars aligning.
Definitely go down.
Dream I got the stars aligning.
Holy shit, that could definitely go down.
Dream I got the stars aligning, riding on his wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that.
Ooh, on that flame up, I kind of heard something. Where am I safe?
City where the lights stay blinded. City where the lights.
I can hear some frequencies right there I want to remove. I'm gonna loop that.
City where the lights stay. 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 City where the lights.
Obviously you hear that. So while it's boosted up, I'm gonna pull that down.
City where the lights stay. City where the lights stay. City where the lights.
I pulled that down probably about 6 dB. Now I'm gonna move the BW knob up a little bit on that, just a little bit.
City where the lights stay. City where.
And then flame up, keep that.
Blinded, eyes wide shut. Flame up, keep that fire, never sliding. Flame up, keep that.
We're gonna go over here to our plugins, and then we're gonna look for something called Patcher. Click Patcher right there. Then we're gonna go over here to this arrow, and we're gonna go ahead and go to where it says presets. we're gonna look for Wise Labs Parallax. This is a really cool little thing right here. So that loads up and it's gonna look like that. Let me zoom out for you. Looks a little crazy, right? But it's pretty cool. It comes with the chorus, 2 reverbs, a delay, and some overdrive and all that. We're gonna leave everything down, and then we're gonna turn this wet knob, that pink knob, is going to be turned down, maybe a quarter from half. So like here's half. We'll leave it like something like that. Yeah, because we're not gonna be having it too much. And all we're gonna be messing with, like I said, is the overdrive and the distortion. And we just want a good little distorted vocal, nothing crazy, but just a good blend. So let's give it a play.
The lights stay blinded, eyes wide shut, vision hazy, phantom.
That sounds good to me. Now this distortion, you're gonna have to be more subtle with this one though.
Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city where.
And just so you can hear what's going on, I'll pull that up just a little bit.
Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grind. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city where the lights.
I'm gonna pull this one up.
Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city.
See, that sounds good, but I'm gonna pull that wet down.
Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in.
Next, we're gonna be playing with something called OTT, and that's gonna be included down below. Don't even trip. And let's go ahead and open that up. This is a free little plugin that a lot of producers use, and man, it's a compressor and a EQ together. But we're gonna turn this depth, where it says depth on the left, we're going to turn that to about 15. So 0. And I like to slowly bring it in while I'm listening, but really we don't want to go over 20.
Lights stay blinded, eyes wide shut, vision on this wave, ain't no time confiding.
Cool, that sounds good. We got that OTT on there. Now I want to go ahead and throw me a little de-esser on there. Again, you don't have to do this. I'm hearing more sibilant issues that I do not like, so I'm gonna go ahead and control those about maybe 68 to about 7. So I'm gonna pull that, I'll mess with it about 7, and I'm just gonna slowly bring that down till it starts activating.
Wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop.
What we're gonna do lastly was we're gonna add another 76 compressor, and this is just gonna glue everything together. So we're turn that mix to about 30%, and we want it to be compressing it pretty good. So ratio, let's do about a 10. And then for the attack, we want a fast release, we want a rather slow attack, something like that already. And I'm just gonna mess with this input.
Wave, ain't no time confiding. Flame up, keep that fire, never stop the grinding.
So that's hitting about -5. Sounding good to me. After that, we're gonna move on to step 10, guys. We're almost done. And step 10 is pretty much our last step, pretty much. And it's gonna be covering most of our effects and really shaping the characteristics of the sound and the effects. You see that track right next to vocal drip? Go ahead and rename that, right click, boom, put verb right up in there. Put a color. You have to put blue. If you don't put blue, it won't work. So we're gonna name that verb. Now click on vocal drip, click on it. And then once you've clicked on it, go to verb and press the down arrow right here. Boink. So now you got, it should just be looking like that, where you've got the little wire and the knob, and then it's doing that. So yeah, now it should be looking like that. And we're simply just gonna use you can use any reverb. A lot of these reverbs just sound the same. It's just the settings that you give it. So we'll go ahead and play with just a regular FL Studio reverb. It's not that bad. And that's over here, Fruity Reverb 2. And we just play with it until we get a good little reverb sound. See what they got for presets. Large Hall might be pretty good. Let me check that out. Obviously, we need to turn that down. And it's not bad. Alright, so we just made that reverb. Now on the next insert, we're gonna go ahead and right click, rename and color, and let's name that sauce. We're gonna name that sauce because this is gonna give you that sauce, and make it pink. If it's not pink, it will not work. You know I'm joking, but come on, pink looks cool. And then now we're gonna start adding some effects, but before we do that, let's go ahead and click on vocal drip. And then now you want to click on that arrow under sauce. Now totally disregard this one right here. You can just forget that exists right now. So now you got this knob with the wire going to vocal drip, and then the reverb with the wire going to vocal drip. Go ahead and get you a Fruity delay. You want a Fruity delay 3. Let's go to presets, over. We're gonna go to where it says ping pong right here, and then we're gonna change it up a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna turn the time, tempo sync, and keep pitch, turn that off. And the time, we're gonna be going for about something like that. And if you look at the top left of the screen, it'll show right here, it'll show what the time is. Mine says 43.8, and that's about right, about 49, 40 something. And yeah, that's gonna be sounding pretty close to what we're wanting. Over here on the delay model, you can leave that the same. On the feedback, we're gonna pull that down, bruh. On this low pass right here, instead of LP, we're gonna change that LP. We're gonna change that to HP. I'm gonna change that to HP, and we're gonna bring this cutoff right here and put about right there. Dry down. It's a fast delay, and it's giving it a stereo effect. And then next, we're gonna go ahead and be adding another reverb. We ain't even gotta play around with this too much. On this reverb, all I did was put the low cut about right here. Wet knob, I'm gonna leave it pretty much kind of like right there. Another effect, and it's gonna be a distortion. Fast distortion right here, Fruity fast distortion. And before you play it, you wanna pull that mix down and make sure you're on the A selection. And then you want to also pull that threshold down. So watch, the threshold should be about right here. And you want that mix to be about right there. And then I'm going to pull this down to about where it sounds nice and natural.
I'm confiding. Blame or keep that fire, never stop the grinding. Lost in the city where the lights stay blinding. Eyes wide shut, vision hazy. Phantom with a jet is crazy. Haters getting roasted.
That way you just get a little bit of flavor in there. I'm gonna add another effect. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and right click, rename. I'm gonna name that delay because I want me a little ping pong delay. We'll do green. If it's not green, it will not work. And then click on your vocal drip, push it in that arrow right there. Same arrow we've been using. Boom. So now vocal drip has 3. You're pulling in on 3 of these. And on the new delay we just made, we're gonna click on slot 1 and we're gonna do Fruity delay 3 again. It don't matter. And I'm gonna go back to ping pong. That's perfect. That's all we want, seriously. And over here, I'm gonna pull this down. Pull this up. Because this video is so long already, I did include a background vocal preset, which you can download for free with all the other free plugins that I mentioned. Thanks for watching and have a badass day, bro. Peace.